done. But where is that? So that they may travel, to take people, to take them in Europe, and take them abroad. Now today, even if you are a sorcerer, if you are a magician, if you do not wash your hands,
kama ujichunga na protection contre hivi,
if you do not use those barrier measurements according to this COVID-19, you shall not be spared of this COVID-19. Know that this COVID-19 shall catch you up. Even the physicians are dying of COVID-19. That is why we ought to pay attention with God. We ought to keep ourselves wherever we are. This COVID-19 didn't come to bring a playing time, or we can just rest. We may walk or may live as we want. We may do whatever we want to do. Even young brothers, young sisters, you ought to pay heed. Look what God says.
Ecclésiaste chapitre 12.
In the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 12.
Ecclésiaste chapitre 12.
In the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 12.
Anansa.
He says,
jeune homme,
remember now that
réjouis-toi dans ta jeunesse.
Rejoice in that youth.
Livre ton cœur à la joie pendant les jours de ta jeunesse.
Give your body to the joyful while you are still youth.
De ton cœur.
Walk in the way of your heart.
Selon le regard de tes yeux.
According to the highest.
Mais sache que.
But know that.
Pour tout cela.
For everything.
Dieu t'appellera en jugement.
God shall call you to judgment.
Jugement ya Mungu ikwako.
The judgment of God is there. It does exist in the entire world.
Ya bale abapende kutembea vile Mungu anataka.
For those who do not want to walk according to the word of God. Young men, listen unto this word. Here it's not about the old people. Even you, young sisters, do whatever you want to do. Just destroy your virginity. Even with the young brother, drink alcohol as you want, commit fornication as you want, but at the end of everything, God shall call you to judgment. You shall not be spared to the judgment of God anyhow. There will not be a father. It will not be a problem of mother. It will not be a problem of the pastor. That it will be the problem of you yourself, your God. That is why the judgment of God does exist. And it works. When God warns you, you ought to pay heed. To know how you have to walk. There is a brochure there. I don't know if there's the man on the desk.
Avertissement puis jugement.
Warning and judgment.
Ou bien inabakia pa meza, fungulo iko pale. Nimesomea kitu kimoja mule ndani.
I want to read something inside of
warning and judgment. Tunapaswa kujua kujichunga.
That is why we ought to know how we can keep ourselves.
Tunapaswa kujua kama tukunatembea.
We have to know how we walk.
Juu kurudi kwa Yesu Kristo ni karibu.
Because the return of Jesus Christ is just at hand.
Maendeleo iko natuonesha kusema hakuna tena wakati.
That there is no more time.
Yawe kijana ubakie mubintu ya dunia.
For you young men to remain in the things of the world.
Ubakie mubintu ya dunia.
And you sister to remain in the things of the world. And you start doing wrong things. At the time that we are warned, we ought to take a decision. Even the problem of this COVID-19. They've even warned the government in the office, even to go to the mortuary, or to go to the stadium. The stadium are banned. The gathering are banned. Because they do not know how many people are contaminated in that crowd. That is the warning that I give the people. But if you are not paying heed to the warning, you shall die on your own. That is what they went to tell to the king. I'll read you something in the warning and judgment. Warning and judgment. In the page 12,
paragraphe 63,
paragraph 63,
paragraphe 67
and 67.
Dieu nous avertit maintenant.
God warns us now.
Maintenant, Dieu nous avertit.
Now God warns us.
Préparez-vous pour un jugement.
Prepare yourself for a judgment.
Les bombes atomiques sont dans les hangars.
The atomic bombs are in the garage.
Tout se prépare.
And everything is getting prepared.
Avant de le laisser cela arriver,
and before those things to come,
Dieu lance un appel.
God launches a calling.
Comme il le fit à Sodome.
As he did it in Sodom time. Come out among them. Prepare yourself.
Quelque chose va arriver.
Something shall come.
Sortez, sortez.
Come out among them.
Mabombe iko deja mumanga.
The atomic bombs are there in the garage.
Ulimwengu itapase ku judgment ya Mungu.
The entire world shall go through the judgment of God.
Aina hivi bantu beko nasema kanyo.
It's not these people just they are saying things.
Bana yuo mambo ilishapita.
They know things which already passed away.
Mambo iko nafanika leo.
And the things which are taking place in this age.
Yuo mambo iko nakuja.
Unfortunately, they do not know things which is on the way.
Projet ya 2050.
They've already put a project of 2050, of 2030, 2060.
Leo tuko wapi?
But now today, where are we?
Mwanzo
today at the beginning. Just at the beginning of the disease. But what about this atomic bomb which are came? How shall do this atomic bomb in the world? It will be a terrible time. That is why we ought to come out among them and to keep ourselves clean. He carries on saying in the paragraph 66,
il prépare les gens.
He prepares people
pour ce temps-là.
For that time which is coming.
Aussi les gens.
Noah as well was preparing people.
Fut appelé à la grâce avant le jugement.
And he was called to the grace before the judgment.
Ninive fut prévenu.
And Ninive was already warned.
Dieu jeta un regard sur elle.
And God cast his sight upon him and said,
je suis écouté.
I am listening up.
De ces choses.
And I am tired of those things that which are doing.
Dans ce temps de paganisme.
In this pagan time.
Le jugement se faisait ville par ville.
The judgment was taking city to city.
Aujourd'hui.
Today.
C'est pays par pays.
This country after country.
Après que la population.
After the population.
Seront répandus partout.
Shall be abroad. Shall be spread in the entire world.
De notre époque.
As that was the time of our age. God said,
grande nation,
this great nation
est entièrement livrée au péché.
Is entirely delivered to sin. Yes.
Mukini kwa mukini.
The country after country.
Ville kwa ville.
City after city.
Bubaya bote buku nafanika.
All sins which are taking place.
Mungu ashita chaka bantu.
God shall not spare those people. Let them carry of those sins.
Sa vile wakati ya Sodom na Gomorrah.
As at the time of Sodom and Gomorrah.
Sa vile wakati ya Noah.
As at the time of Noah.
Bapendwa.
My beloved.
Tunapashwa kuveye.
We ought to watch.
Hakuna tena wakati.
There's no more time.
Wakati prophet Isaiah anaelezea urwa ile maneno.
At the time that prophet Isaiah said to the king Amos, the saying of the Lord, is not this saying of people are going to lie to the president. With this false prophet, they are looking for their own interest. But Isaiah went to the king Amos with verse of the Lord. He said to the king, God has sent me to you. Prepare yourself.
ulaka nyumba yako,
and even say to your household,
utakufwa,
because you shall die soon.
Message yote.
That's what they say. The message from God is not the message of saying, take a needle and take the rope.
No.
That's not. That's not. God may not fear his people. God wants them to declare way what shall come to a man and what a man ought to do. After the king has heard the message of God from Isaiah, the king turned his face to the wall and he repented. He prayed unto the Lord. He listened to the prayer of the king, which is made to the God, the way that he walked before God. My beloved in Christ, how do we walk before the face of God? Even if we've got many goods, how do we walk before the sight of God? Look, the prayer of the king. He was a great chief of the country, but he said unto God, the way that God has seen his heart, and the way that he walked before God, brothers, the prayer changes things. Amen.
Decision ya Mungu,
the decision of God,
ilikuwa juu ya mfalme kunakufa
mwili. He was saying that the king could die. But at the moment the king said unto God, prayer, his position, is God who knows the position of your heart. It's God who knows even the secret of your heart. How is your heart? How is the position? How do you walk with God?
Mon frère, ma soeur,
my brethren and my sister, wherever you are listening unto me, the prayer,
il a changé position ya Mungu.
He has changed the position of God when the king Amos prayed the prayer.
Maombi ya mtu wa haki mbele ya macho ya Mungu.
The prayer of a faithful man before God. It's so effective. Because this prayer of the king Amos, it surpasses even this virus that people are shaking. It surpasses even HIV. It surpasses even the atomic bomb which has been carried. It turns the things to prayer. That is what Jesus said. Pray without ceasing. My beloved class, do not say we are just in the playing time. To are in the terrible time. Pray without ceasing. Each time and each moment, even when you are at work, even when you are in the toilet, even wherever you are on the bed in the hospital, just pray God. Amen. And God shall turn things. God shall turn things. That is why the word of God says, our God changes the time, the moment, and the circumstance. Amen. He changes the time and circumstance. There's nothing which is impossible for the sight of God. That is what Jesus said. If you love me, keep my commandment. And if you do keep my commandment, say whatever you want, and that shall be given unto you. Whatsoever you want. Even coronavirus, it attacks people. If ask God, as we have already asked him, do not carry on. Just stop from there. Your power of you coronavirus, you are just affectless. You are powerless. If that virus, coronavirus, is powerful.
Mais notre Dieu,
our God,
est tout puissant.
Is more powerful.
Plus que ça.
Is almighty powerful.
C'est pourquoi bapendwa.
That's why, my beloved,
tushikuye na boka.
We do not have to be fearful.
Mungu wetu confiance.
Let's trust unto God.
Tutaona vitu vitashiri.
And we shall see how things shall turn. As he is the beginning,
na mwisho yake.
As The hand as well. Prepare yourself for the return of Jesus Christ. That is the greatest thing here. Our hope is not in the COVID-19. Our hope is in the return of the Lord Jesus Christ. Because the return of the Lord Jesus Christ is the greatest thing for us. That is why the prayer. The prayer of King Amos has changed the position of God. God hears the prayer. Do not say, God doesn't listen to my prayers. Do not say that. God listens. And when God listens, He again sent the prophet Isaiah. Well, go again, say unto him, I have heard his prayers. I have seen his tears. You are just praying with a dry face. You are praying, your tears never fallen down. You are just dry person. But at the moment this king, when he heard the message of God, he cried out. The tears was falling down. And God has answered unto the king Amos. He said that I have heard your prayers. And I have seen your tears. And from now, I have headed unto you 15 more years for you to live on earth. God is so merciful, God. He is so merciful, God. God is not like a man. He's not like a man. That's what Jesus said. I didn't give you a peace as the world. My peace which I am giving unto you is indeed the endless peace. Amen. Having the peace of God is the precious thing. That's why in our life, having Jesus Christ surpasses everything. But if you do not have Jesus Christ in your life, it's terrible for you. That is why you young man, you ought to know that God shall call you to his judgment. Now, he carried on saying in verse 15,
écoutons la fin du discours. Crains Dieu.
Fear God.
Observe ses commandements.
Observe his commandments.
C'est là ce que doit faire tout homme.
It's what every man ought to do.
C'est là
it's what every man ought to do upon the earth. Even if you are so how you are, be fearful of God. Obey God.
Dieu amènera
God shall bring
œuvre en jugement.
Every work to judgment.
Dieu amènera toute œuvre en jugement.
God shall bring every work to judgment. Everything that you are doing.
De tout ce qui est caché,
or everything which is hidden,
soit bien, soit mal.
It may be good or wrong.
Ukunalanda mke wako.
You are lying your own wife.
Useme niku wateni, niku mukashi ya busiko.
Oh, I am just I am on the night shift. But you have already taken another wife and you go to sleep there. Is your night shift there? Your work. It's your own work. God shall bring you to judgment with your works.
C'est pourquoi
that's our God. Every man upon the earth shall give account to God upon the earth. Every man. Even if you are a richest person upon the earth, if you are the poorest person, if you are the poorest person, you will give account before the sight of God. That is why in the book of Hebrews chapter 4, the word of God says this.
Hébreux chapitre 4.
In the book of Hebrews chapter 4.
Depuis le verset 12.
From verse 12.
Car.
For.
Et vivante.
For the word of God is quick.
Et efficace.
And powerful. Amen.
Plus tranchante qu'une épée quelconque à deux tranchants.
And sharper than any two-edged sword. Piercing.
Jusqu'à partager âme et esprit.
Even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit. and of the joints
and
morals.
Les sentiments et les pensées du cœur.
And is a discerner of the thoughts and intent of the heart. Verse 18.
Nulle créature n'est cachée devant lui.
Neither is there any creature that is not manifest in his sight, but all things are naked and open
aux yeux de celui à qui nous devons rendre compte.
Amen. Unto the eyes of him with whom we have to do. Say, I am just in the freedom upon the earth. We are not in the freedom, my beloved. There's not any creature which is hidden before the sight of God. There is a time that shall give account before the sight of God. In everything that God has given unto you, God has given unto you the breath of life. What have you done with that breath of life that God has given you upon the earth? How have you lived with that breath of life? The wife that God has given unto you, the children that God has given unto you, the husband that God has given unto you, even the wealth that God has given unto you, even the position at work that God is given unto you. You shall not give account before a man, never, but you shall give account before the sight of God. There is an account that you shall give before the sight of God. There's nothing that you can just live as you want. You cannot just live as you want upon the earth. There is a time that shall give an account before the sight of God. Wherever you are, whatsoever you are doing, you did build a house of Shebim, so people may get drunk, may commit fornication, adultery. It's good. There is a time shall give an account before the sight of God of whatsoever that is hidden. Even if you slay a man in hidden place, there's no one that has seen you. You are not known by name. You have even aborted. Even the people do not know you. Even the people do not see you. But there is a time that shall give an account before the sight of God. You shall not live there unpunished. That is what we ought to know. All the sins that you are committing, we are paying them upon the earth in any kind of them. Every time that you are committing sin, there is a time that you give an account. And you shall give a report of your life before God. You take that artificial beauty and you put yourself with that artificial beauty, with those hydroquinone, with those soap to bleach your skin, with those bleaching skin product for you to bleach your skin, so that you may bleach your skin to be a white person. There is a time shall bring an account, that shall bring an account before the sight of God. That is why before the sight of God, even the custom, they are so worthless beside the sight of God. That's why I say in the book of Jeremiah chapter 10, there is a time we shall give an account.
Jérémie chapitre 10,
in the book of Jeremiah chapter 10, from verse 1.
Écoute la parole que l'Éternel vous adresse, maison d'Israël.
Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. The entire population of the entire world are listening unto me. Hear what God says unto you.
Parle l'Éternel.
That saith the Lord.
N'imitez pas la voix des nations.
Learn not the way of the heathen.
Hapana kufuatilisha manjia ya mataifa.
Do not impersonate the way of the world.
Unatoka mkongo mkristo.
You left Congo as a Christian.
Unatoka Amerika unakuwa mpagani.
You arrive in America, you became a pagan, a Gentile. You left Congo as a Christian.
Unafika mu Canada unakuwa mpagani.
You arrive in Canada, you became a Gentile.
mu France unakuwa mpagani.
You arrive in France, you became a Gentile. You started now bleaching your hair, you started bleaching your skin. A Christian doesn't bleach his skin, doesn't change his mask. Amen. A Christian remains original. He keeps his natural body. And he or she walks according to the rhythm of the gospel, wherever he may or she may be found. You do not have to say when the circumstance or the neighborhood changes, even the way of living changes. You do not have to say that. Our weight is the Eden manna. The Eden manna which we are eating every time, which strengthens us. That is why we ought to pay heed.
Imiter la voix des nations.
Lean not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed of the sons of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed of them. For the custom of the people are vain. Amen. The custom of the people of all tribes, of all countries, the entire world, all the customs are just vain. It's not a clean custom. Amen. What is clean is the word of God. And if you got the word of God, you are just a good person. And if you are a man who keeps the word of God, you are a serious person. And people can even last at you. But if you go in the world as the world goes, know that it will be terrible for you. You shall give an account before the sight of God.
On coupe les bois dans la forêt. La main de Dieu travaille avec la hache.
Out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe.
On les fixe avec des clous et des marteaux.
Eat with silver and gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammer. Every tree.
Sanamu yote.
Every tree.
Nsengu yote.
Every silver, every oil.
Unatembea nayo musakoshi yako.
That you are walking with it in your handbag. That you put under your bed. That you put in your house.
Unasema njoo protection yako.
This is my protection.
Ni kusema huku mjinga.
No, just you are just a gangster. You do not know even the things of God. Even all those stuff that you have of witchcraft is just not knowing God. Listen up how he carry on saying. He says that they must need.
On embellit avec de l'argent et de l'or. On les fixe avec des clous et des marteaux.
They put less and armors that it moves not.
Dieux sont des colonnes massives.
They are upright as palm trees.
Ils ne parlent point.
But speak not.
On les porte.
They must need to be born.
Ils peuvent marcher.
Because they cannot go.
Ne les craignez pas.
Be not afraid of them. For
on ne saura vous faire aucun mal.
They cannot do evil.
Ils sont incapables de faire du bien.
Neither also is it in them to do good.
N'est semblable à toi, ô Éternel.
For as much as there is none like unto thee, O Lord, thou art great.
Ton nom est grand.
And thy name is great in might.
Puissance.
Amen.
Ton nom est grand.
Thy name is great in might.
Amen.
Everything is God who created them. That's why everything is not God power. That is why the freedom for you, or the cast of all our customs, or whatever our customers say, or all our customers committed, one foot in the word of God and another foot in the custom. You shall not see this God who we are waiting for. That is why pay heed, my beloved. The return of Jesus Christ just at hand. That is why he is warning us in the way that we ought to walk. God indeed is a right judge. He judges seriously. It will be terrible in that time. That is why Jesus says, in many times people shall come. They will say, Lord, we have done this in your name. We have preached in your name. We have cast out the demons in your name. We have done this and that. I shall say, go away from me, I do not know you. You committers of sins, I do not know you. That is why we ought to pay him. To know why God has called us. Is for us to fashion us in the way that he wants us to be. He may be in the perfection of his only begotten Son. He may build us. We may reach in the perfect statue. As him is a faithful God. Us as well must be perfect. That is why we ought to pay him. And there, God may not just leave you. He looks at you. How he shall judge you. And how you shall walk. And the word of God says, the judgment, all the judgment God has given to Jesus Christ. It's Jesus Christ who shall judge the world. But the word of God says, at the beginning was the word, and the word was God, and the word was God. And the word dwelt among people who are all powerful. He took the body of a man, and his judgment, it shall be done according to his word. The judgment of God in the way of his word. That is why, my brethren and sisters, wherever you are following me at this evening, the judgment of God is there. The judgment of God is there. You shall not bribe at any hour. Just commit adultery with someone's wife. Commit adultery with someone's husband. Your case shall be open before the sight of God. And when your case shall be open before the sight of God, who else shall stand for you? Who else as an advocate shall stand for you without knowing the truth of God? But at the moment that you know the truth of the word of God, and you do not do what the truth says, the judgment of God is just waiting for you. The way that you are listening to is which shall judge you. It's how God warns people. When he saw that the entire earth was corrupted, just to know my spirit may not anymore dwell in a man. He went to warn Noah, and you prepare the ark for me. I shall destroy the entire world. And people were eating, were drinking, were building up. As we are at this particular moment, they were doing things as we are doing it today. Because there's not new things upon the earth. None. Which existed, what is doing now. There's no new things upon the earth. People may laugh at us. Yes. Indeed, people